the share, and the subscribe button. You are now in tune to the United Souls Network. And I am your host, Left Side of the Brain. How y'all doing out there in HPB land? That's right. Well, let's get right into it. Let's dive right into it like a swimming pool. Let's get right into it. Now, you know, I'm out in public again. I like to walk around shopping complexes. You know, I just like to observe. I'm like a bird. No, I'm a jaguar. I just sit back in the trees and observe. And what I noticed is, you know, when it comes to these various people, you gotta look at them like flowers. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, now imagine if you was out in the Amazon. Imagine you was out in the Amazon forest, right? And you didn't know anything about the plants. You would have to proceed with caution because you could wind up touching something that's poisonous. Now, say if you was out in the rainforest and you were starving, right? You couldn't just pick up any random berry and put it in your mouth and eat it because number one, you don't know if it's poisonous or not. Especially out in the rainforest where they have such a large variety of plant life. And every berry that grows from a tree is not edible. Some of those berries are poisonous. So imagine you out in the Amazon forest, right? You couldn't just go by what you see. You would actually have to know what it is that you are touching. What type of plant is this? What type of berry is this? What are you getting at, left side of the brain? In nature, you have a lot of shiny objects. You got a lot of things that look beautiful, appear to be beautiful on the outside. But what's on the inside is what counts. Now, applying that logic to the HPB realm, we walking through a jungle of people. Every good-looking face, every smile doesn't mean that person is good. I know this sounds kind of, cliche, don't judge a book by the cover. But really, when it comes to the HPB realm, you have to live by that creed to the utmost. Because I've been noticing, man, when people look at you, unlike a berry, you will have to taste a berry to see if it's bitter or whatever. If food is bad, you have to smell it. Spoiled milk. You open up the carton, you get a sniff, and you're like, oh man, this smells bad. But when it comes to humans, that's when those extra senses, the jaguar senses, that's when they kick in. That girl over there, she looks good. But you felt something behind the look, and you know you felt it. You can't deny you didn't feel it. You know you felt it. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. A berry on a tree, it can't judge who is about to pick the berry from the tree and eat it. It can't judge. I'm gonna tell y'all something, but let me explain what I was saying first. When it comes to humans, The scent is the vibe. That's what you're tasting. You can't go by the look. You can't go by the look. You got to go by that sense. You know, you got to be able to detect, because you can look at these people and you can tell who is who. Come on, Jags. Let's start playing games. You know, when you be out, when you looking, you can just tell. And I'm not talking about looking at somebody and saying, "Oh, this person looks like a criminal." I'm not talking about that. I'm speaking about on a spiritual level. You can tell what type of person you're going to conflict with if you were to cross paths with that person and start conversating. You can just tell, man. You can just tell. That's why sometimes I be walking past girls, they be looking good. They be looking good on the outer shell, but they just give off this energy that you can just tell that they are connected to this world. And to get with them, you would have to like bend over backwards and sell your soul. You can just tell. But what I was about to say was, berries on a tree, a berry on a tree, it doesn't have no sense of discernment. It's just sitting there. It was created poison. And if you dumb enough to eat it, then you die from the poison. You die from the poison. You see? So that's how it is with like these HPB females. If you get with one of them, they supposed to attract you. They supposed to attract you. It's a part of the entrapment. But just like that berry is never going to tell you if it's poison or not. She's never going to tell you I'm poison. And what I was going to say was, oh man, well, they shut the fuck up. What I was going to say is that berry is never going to tell you that it's poison. Just like these females. And just like that berry, it will never be able to tell what type of person is picking from the tree. It's just there to be taken and to be eaten. And that's why a lot of times women always end up with the wrong men. You know why? You know why they always be complaining about, oh, this guy was abusive and this and that. He beat me and I didn't know that he was like this till months later, and he beat me and this. You know why? Because women are like the berry on a tree. They can't detect certain things like men can. That's just what it is. And they not meant to. They not meant to. The only thing they designed to do is, well, you know what? I'll take that back. Women, they can detect who is who. This is what y'all gotta understand. Like, they know what type of man you are, but they don't know the terminology to it. They're not gonna say, oh, he's not an HPB or he is an HPB. But they got a feeling. They can feel something. When you engaging with a woman, like I went out on this date yesterday with this female, and I knew that for whatever reason, this would be the last time. I knew it, but I just endured the session because she didn't have a bad conversation, but I just knew me and her, I wasn't the one. I just knew it. And we know these things if we just real with ourselves. Like, you can just feel stuff. I'm very intuitive about things. You can just feel it. Just like you can walk outside and you can feel if the atmosphere is moist. You can feel the moisture and you can say, it's about to rain. You can just tell, man. You know, even like this type of information, I know who to talk like this around and who not to. You can't talk like this around everybody because it's not meant for everybody, you know? In other words, you gotta know how to pick your poison, literally in this HPB realm, because you're gonna have to deal with these people. You just gotta know how to deal with these people. You know, here lately, like I was in this store and you know, the best defense is not to say anything. In not saying anything, you get an aura of respect. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the unknown factor will always make someone respect you. The unknown factor. I'd rather be unknown than open up my mouth and allow them to enter, if you would. Because as soon as you say something to them, you have incriminated yourself. You might say, what you mean? Because you are different than them. As soon as you say anything, it can be hey. You have incriminated yourself just by saying hey, just by saying hello. Once they pick up that frequency in your voice, it's a wrap. It's over with. Now, see that hello, that's a step to something else. You see, it's a step to the next step, to the next step. Because you can't have mundane conversations with people, but for so long. Eventually, they're gonna start digging, because that's the job of the HPB. Every time you talk to HPBs, you are being interrogated. They're trying to hang you in the court of the HPB courtroom. They're trying to hang you. They're trying to incriminate you. They're trying to find you guilty of something. So any type of communication is opening up an atmosphere for them to charge you with something. That's why when you out in public, mind your business, wear shades, put some headphones on your ear, be looking down at your phone. Every time I'm in crowds, I always disengage from the public. Sometimes I'll just put the phone next to my ear, like I'm speaking to someone, or I'll just be scrolling through whatever, pretending I'm looking at something, just to make them feel like you connected to the HPB realm. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Even walking around looking lost like a tourist, looking up at buildings and all of that type of stuff, that makes you a target. Everything in this world is about camouflage and blending in. Nature tells you that. Look at the various animals in nature. Look at the leopard and the spots on a leopard. Nature will tell you that. Camouflage is built inside of nature. I know sometimes y'all be thinking these animals are stupid and this. No, they not. Animals got this thing figured out. They have figured this. They got billions of years of biological evolution. I'm not talking about monkey to man, so before you even go there, that's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking about practice. Their ancestors have learned through trial and error for millions and years, and they follow their instincts. Animals are very smart. They're very smart. Don't look at animals and be like, oh, that's just a little stupid squirrel. Oh, that squirrel's smarter than you. Them squirrels and stuff, they know about the HPB realm. You think they don't, but they do. These animals are not stupid. Having said all of that to say, you just gotta move like a jaguar. Stay on the low. A ninja. Stealth. Quiet. The military, they got planes that can't be picked up by radar. The Air Force. You gotta be just like that. Never let, what they say, your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Or your right hand, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Obscurity in every moment. Discreet. The low life. As a jaguar, that's how you gotta stay. You gotta stay hidden. That's going on the shirt. Stay hidden. Thank you, Spirit. That's going on the shirt. I already got the new shirt out. Dang. What's that new shirt I got? Beyond Purpose. I got that shirt out now. You can order that. The new one I'm gonna come out with is gonna say Stay Hidden. I'm gonna come out with it. I just gotta come up with a design. It's gonna say Stay Hidden. Stay hidden. That's my new shirt I'm gonna come out with. But yeah, y'all, I'm telling you, man. This thing is real. The secret wars. The secret wars. It's real, y'all. It's not a game. But yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. This is Left Side of the Brain. Tell me what y'all think about this video. Leave your comments below. And until we do this again, Jaguars up, HPB's down. And thank you for tuning in to the United Souls Network.